Okay, so today is the 18th of October, and that means we have a good, almost 2 weeks left. Aren't they adorable? Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Almost 2 weeks left to hit Success Club if that's your goal. And obviously a lot of our challenge packs are on sale, and I know October is a difficult and challenging month. Don't let that get in your head, even though I just put it in your head. Don't let it get in your head. What I keep asking people is, why do you want to wait until the new year when you can get started now, just by, changing a couple things, drinking a shake that's going to help you stay on track with nutrition and so on and so forth. But I want to do a couple of announcements before we get started with Jen and her awesomeness. First and foremost, Super Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you live, please make it a point to get, yes, welcome, Nicole. Thank you for joining us tonight. And this is your first team call. This is where we meet every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we're always going over different topics, and sometimes we have guest speakers, and it's just kind of depending on what we need of our team. Sometimes we just talk, but thank you for joining and welcome. Yay. So if you have a Super Saturday near you, you probably do, try to get to one. It's our quarterly event that is going to have, our upcoming announcements, whatever they are. We'll find out soon. We will have, after Super Saturday, you'll have different top coaches speaking, and if you don't have one close to you, create your own. If it's just you and a couple people sitting in your living room, you'll get the materials, play the presentation. It's so important to get to events, you guys. It's just life-changing once you go and you get around like-minded people who are motivating and inspiring, and it changes everything. So I don't care if you're a veteran coach, brand new coach, just getting on, make it a point to get to Super Saturday. I promise you it's well worth your time. And again, it's going to be the 29th of October or the 30th of October, depending on where you are. Sometimes there's Super Sundays, or Super Fridays, depending on where you are. But also, Quarter Force launches on the 31st, and I don't know if you watched Melanie Mitro's video. If you didn't, you need to. It's brilliant. I mean, it's simple, but it's still brilliant of how to launch something, and it's going to be huge, you guys. Everyone loved Combat, but this is better than Combat. So get it out there. Invite people to, join you in doing this program. I'm going to create a team event. You're welcome to add people to it, or you can create your own. It depends on whatever, you decide to do. You can do it on your own, but we're also going to have a team challenge group. So I think the more people we have in the group, more motivating it is. So I'll create that as well soon. What else? The team spirit, there's FAQ, there's all kinds of things that are going on with that. Read up on that, get signed up for that. And then before Jen gets started, I want to go over the top producers of the week. I've been really excited about sharing this because, again, Success Club is amazing, but also with you having volume points, that means that you're helping a lot of people with programs and, just helping people get on board with what we have with this amazing community and health and fitness. So Jen just ran off, and she's our top producer. So here she is. Okay, so you, Jen, at 450 volume points, are top producer for the week. So congratulations, that's awesome. And Heather Wilson she always listens to the recordings. So Heather Rockstar at 360, and Zoe Moses at 270. You guys, it's awesome. Again, they're points, but it's more of the people you're helping. So that's more the focus that we want to talk about. But anyway, so without further ado, Jennifer Hayes, Miss Diamond Coach. She's been a coach for
2.5 years.
2.5. Okay, so it'll be 3 in May. Okay. and Success Club All-Star Legend, which means she's been Success Club for 24 consecutive months. And you guys know how amazing that is. So obviously she's doing something right. She's killing her business and doing amazing things and helping a crap ton of people. So I'm going to be quiet and let her take it away on her topic.
All right. Hi, I know a lot of you, but some of you I don't. So like Natalie said, I'm Jen. I've been a coach for 2.5 years. So the topic tonight is all about free groups, creating value in your free groups. I'm going to talk about how to set them up, how to do the graphics, like pretty much soup to nuts free groups. A lot of these concepts you can apply also to paid groups as well. So, just kind of follow along with that. But so when I first started coaching, I kind of jumped in head first. I was doing a lot of paid challenge groups. And I saw, and Natalie had mentioned to me doing free groups, and I was like, I don't want to be giving stuff away, I want people to be buying stuff for me. So I kind of hesitated on doing them. And then, I had talked to some people like, oh, I don't get anything out of them. I'm just not even going to bother doing them anymore. So it took me a while, I want to say probably close to 6 months before I actually tried one. I think it was the fall maybe of the year that I started. I started in May. And at first it takes a while to kind of build momentum. But so basically what I found, like after a good, maybe year into this business, I started noticing that my warm market was running pretty dry. A lot of the friends who had already reached out to me had joined my groups. People weren't reaching out to me as much. It's harder to reach out to people cold. And so I was having a hard time building my warm market. I needed more contacts. You add people on Facebook and you message them, but if you don't know them, it gets a little bit awkward. You don't know what to say. So I decided to go ahead and start and try them to kind of build that cold market up so that I can make those people my warm market. It's kind of evolved since I started. I started off only doing them on my personal page. In the last year have really been building up my like page. So now I kind of, and I'll show you guys what I mean by this, but I create the events, and I'm going to show you how to do that too, in my like page, so that I can get those cold people, but then I also share it to my personal page too, so that I can kind of get two forms of traffic coming in. And I'll show you guys how I do that too. But basically the free groups, it's a lead into your challenge group. So there's people, they don't know you a lot of times. If they're cold, they don't know you at all. You're not maybe personal friends. You didn't go to high school with them or college with them or know them from, tennis or whatever. These are people that, don't really know who you are. They don't know what you offer, and going to them, asking them without them knowing you to join your paid group, sometimes can feel a little icky. It can make them feel a little icky. And, it's a harder sell to someone who doesn't know who you are. So what I do is in my free group is I'm really trying to provide value. It's a way to let people get to know me, to warm up to me, to see what I have to offer for them, before I ask them for something, So basically, I'm looking at my notes to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. It's bringing their walls down. I try to run free groups once a month as much as possible. There have been some months that I've taken a month off, but I've regretted it every single time, because that's not only is it, I don't have those leads or those people that, I'm not building those relationships with those people that month, but that affects the month after too, because then that's less people the following month to follow up with or whatever. So, I really have been trying to be diligent. I think I've run a free group pretty much for the last, I don't even know, probably a year every single month. So, with that, I just wanted to kind of go in and show you guys, like I said, how I do my graphics, how I set up my groups, both on my like page and my personal page. I can show you both. And then how I start a prep week with the people in my group, what I post, different ideas for free groups. So we'll get into all of that, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Don't mind all the tabs that are open. And also I want to tell you guys, my husband is on a mission trip, so I'm here alone with my kids. I put my son in the bath. My daughter's watching him. So, if they come down, I don't know, my kids might come down at some point in time. So just beware of that. Okay. Can you see this, Natalie? Or you're muted. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you can see this. It says it's sharing. Okay, cool. So Canva.com is a free free, my favorite word, website that I use. And this is where I create all of my graphics for my like page. You can see them all here. For my like page, for my groups, for everything. The reason why I like Canva so much is because it gives you the layouts already done for you, and it just makes it really easy. I don't like to spend a whole lot of time on my images, but I still want them to look good. So this is something that I use a lot, like pretty much for everything I do. So when it comes to creating free groups, I'll show you what I do. So for the event, the first thing I want to do is create my event post. And what with an event, I'm creating an event on Facebook that I'm then going to invite people to, and people who see their friends join your event are going to get interested in what they're doing. So then you may organically have people that you don't know joining your group, which is awesome because that's how you're going to meet new people. So the first thing I always do with all of my free groups is create my event. And before I actually create the event on Facebook, I could just go ahead and get my graphics ready for it. So to do this, once you set all of the Canva up, you just have to create a username, password, and all that kind of stuff. It'll have you create a design. So so to get to the event, they have specific graphics and layouts for event posts based on the dimensions that are on Facebook. So click on the More tab here, and then you'll scroll down to, where is it? I always have to look for it. Social media and email headers. And what I do is I click on this Facebook cover, there's a Facebook event cover. That's it. So this is going to be automatically the dimensions that you need to create your event cover, because an event cover is a different dimension than an actual Facebook page cover. So it's not going to fit, if you should post your event, it's not going to fit right in if you use a different size. So here, again, I'm going to use this whole time pretty much, I'm going to use my crock pot. I just finished up a crock pot challenge. So I'm just going to go ahead and use images that I already have. So if you don't have an image, there's a couple different options. You can search images on here. You can type anything. I could just type in crock pot. And there's a couple. These you have to pay for. I choose really not, unless it's something that I can't live without, I choose not to purchase images. And I'll either use images that I already have, or I'll just go to Google, which it's probably not, you're probably not supposed to do that, but I'll go to Google and pull something. So in this instance, I went to Google, I found a picture of a crock pot, I saved it to my hard drive, and then I went ahead and uploaded it here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that image once I find it, because I have so much stuff on here. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh, where is it? I should have had the stuff all ready for you guys. I'm sorry. Now I can't find my crock pot. Where's my crock pot? All right, we'll just pretend. We'll use something else if I can't find it. All right, let's just say clean eating challenge. So here's a picture of something. Actually, hold on, delete. You can just drag and drop. So I'm going to drag this picture over. Say I'm just doing a clean eating challenge. You can drag the image in, okay, and then just resize it however you want. So you just kind of grab the corner and you pull it over. And then if that's where you want it, then I would go over here, create a text box. You can click on shapes. They have all sorts of things. You can do frames. You can actually drop pictures in. I can do a whole nother tutorial on Canva because there's so many possibilities with this, but let's just say shapes. I'm gonna go ahead and select a square. I'm gonna drag it over here. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Let's just say this is a crock pot recipe, okay, not a salad. And then once that image is created, you can change the color. So if you click on this little black box up here, it opens up all the different color options. If you don't see anything you want on here, if you click the plus sign, you can click anywhere here on the color wheel. OMG. My kid was naked. He can get out of the bath. Just dry him off. Oh my gosh. See, I told you. Never. Crazier things have happened in my house. Okay, so let's just say I like this color orange. It kind of goes with the picture, so I'm going to pick that color, and then I want to add text to it. So I'm going to hit the text box. They have some things that are already laid out for you. Sometimes they fit really well in the picture. Sometimes they don't. For this, I'm just going to go ahead and grab one of these. So let's just say, actually, that one's probably not going to work because of the size. Okay, so you can grab something like this and do crock pot. Oh my gosh. And then you can change the colors of that. If you want, you click again on the box. You highlight the word, click on the box. I want to make it white. And then you can resize it just by doing this. So, oops, sometimes it's finicky. You have to kind of grab. Oh my gosh. Of course I'm doing a tutorial and now it's not working. Okay, so I'm going to grab this. Okay, that's good. So that's centered. This is an accident, so I'm going to delete that. Okay, so here, Crock-Pot Challenge. Now you want to add the word free. You can drag that over. And that's it. So if you want to create text, all you have to do is click on this heading box or any of the subheadings. And then you can actually, if you do that and you don't like this font, you can go up here. You can change the font. You can change the size. Again, you can change the color. You can make it centered. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. So let's just say free Crock-Pot Challenge. And then I just want to add the date in here. So starts November 1st. You can resize it anyway, but one of the easier ways, I think, is just to kind of make it smaller up here. But if you grab the corner of the box, you can resize it too. Done. See, it's pretty, it's easy. It took me 2 seconds to make. And then in order to save it, you just click on download. And then PNG is the recommended file type, and that's what you're going to want to use anyway. So you just hit download. And then it prepares your design. And then it's all, for me, it's down here. So I just click on that, and there it is. So that's saved now to my downloads because I'm on a Mac, and it just automatically saves to there. So now my header's done. That's all I did for that. So the next thing I always do while I'm in here anyway, and I've got everything open, I go ahead and I create my, because the next thing you do after you do your event, and I'll talk about this a little bit more later, is create like the post to promote the actual group. So for that, I'm going to go back to the original, back to the original tab. And then this time I just want to do a Facebook post. This makes it the perfect size to fit into your Facebook feed so that when people are scrolling through, it takes up the whole screen, and it's not vertical and it's not too narrow going horizontally. It'll fit perfectly in here. So I'm going to go back to my uploads. I want to use that same image in this one. So I'm just going to drag again. Actually, here, let me show you another little fun thing. If you go up here to layouts, you can pick any of these. Some of them you have to pay for. If they have a $ sign on them, I'm pointing like you can see what I'm pointing at. If they have a $ sign on them, then they're paid. If they're free, they say free, like this right here. So I'm going to go down. I'm just going to look for one that has an image on it. Here's one that I use a lot, actually. If you click on that, and then I'm going to go back to my uploads. I'm going to look for that same image. I'm going to drag it over. And then this one had a filter on it, so I'm going to take that filter off. I'm just going to click on filter and then click normal because I don't want the filter. I just want the food to look like that. And now you have this like cute little banner, so you can change the color of that if you want, make that orange or purple or whatever color you want to change it to. You can delete any of this extra stuff you don't want in here. You can write free Crock-Pot Challenge, and then delete this, drag it up, and then again, if you want to copy this, if you want to use the exact same font, if you just click on the box, hit copy, it'll make a copy of it for you. It's so user-friendly, you guys. This site is so easy to use. Starts November 1st. Done. Okay, again, the same thing. Actually, that purple doesn't look good. It's annoying me, so I'm gonna, not that I'm actually going to use this thing, but it drives me crazy. And whatever. It looks a little bit better. Anyway, download that. Again, same file type. So now you've got your event image and your post image. So the next thing I do is I actually go in and I create my event. So like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to do this in your like page as well, if you have one, as well as your personal page. I have really been building up my, where's my like page? Hold on. I've really been building up my like page over the last, I don't know, since like April or something. So I'm really trying to use my like page as much as possible. I don't post as much on my personal page anymore. Okay, so to create an event on a like page, you click on this button that says offer event. And then I'm going to hit event. I'm going to change the event photo to the one that I just did. So let me find my downloads. This computer's so weird. It's this NYC one. So now there's my picture that I just did. And it's going to look cropped, but once it's in there, it will fit perfect. I make my event name. So Free Crock Pot Challenge. Location, I usually do your home. And then the start date, let's just say it's the we said November 1st. So, well, we'll just do 24th. And then I usually just put 7 a.m. for the time, the start time. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. They just make you put something in here. And let's just say I'm doing a 5-day challenge. So you select the end date. Now, Facebook won't let you choose anything past like 2 weeks. So if you're running like a 3-week free challenge group or a month challenge group, it's not going to let you choose the entire month. It's only going to show up to 2 weeks. So for this point, I'm just going to use the 5 days, and then I just put 7 a.m. Or whatever, 5 p.m. or it doesn't really matter what you put in the time. So category, you can do this or not. I usually do. And if it's for fitness, or a clean eating group or whatever, I'll do sports and fitness and then just pick fitness. Now for description, it really depends on what you want to put in here. An example of one that I did is here. I did starting on Monday, October 3rd. I'm hosting a free and clean eating group where I will share 5 healthy crock pot recipes. Who doesn't like to cook in a crock pot? It's quick and easy. There's nothing better than smelling your cooked meal at dinner time and not having to do any work. Plus, you can feel good about eating it. Click the link below, which will take you to the private Facebook group. Join the group, and I will accept you. So on my like page, I always create my groups. I'm going to show you how to do this too, as open groups where anybody can join. Because if people are coming in from my like page, I'm not going to be friends with them most likely. So then they won't be able to join my group if I'm not friends with them. And I just want people to join, and then I could send them a friend request later. If you're doing this on your personal page, then I would just not put join the group and I'll accept you. Then I would probably just do an open group or a closed group. I'm sorry. And then anybody who's friends with you, and I'll talk about friend requesting people later too. Anyone who's friends with you will be able, you can just add them in there, or they can request to join, and I'll show you how to do all that as well. But I just wanted to show you that this is kind of how I usually I'll introduce the group. I'll talk about what I'm doing, what the benefit is to them. And then I give them a call to action at the end, which is click the link to join, because that's ultimately what you want them to join, or click interested or something to your event. So then you can go back and talk to them and be like, hey, if you want to join my group, here's the link type thing. So that's the event really, in a nutshell for the most part. So you put your description in, you don't have to do keywords or anything like that. You can click free admission if you want, but it really doesn't matter. And then, so on my like page, the only other thing that I do as a co-host, I always put my name in here, so that it shows up on my page too. And that's it. And then I hit publish. So now that event has been posted, it's actually going to post on my like page as well. And people will also be able to see it on my personal page too. So I'm going to cancel that because obviously I don't want to do that group right now. So if you're doing this on your personal page, you kind of go through the same type process, but you'll click on more, and then where's events? Click on events, hit create event. You can do upload photo, which is what I just did on the other page too. Again, you'll just add your event name, which in this case is Free Crockpot Challenge, the location, your home, everything else is the same. Description, you just don't have that stuff on the bottom if you're doing this on your personal page. And then what you're gonna wanna do is, where is the privacy? Okay, up here at the top, this is really important. So this is what I meant by a private event versus, now everything you do on your like page is gonna be a public event. Anybody can see it. On your personal page, you can either do a private event or a public event. Always, always, always for your free groups, choose public event. Because if your friends see, say your best friend Sally clicks that she wants to go to your free crockpot group, then everybody that she's friends with is going to see that Sally is going to your event, and anyone who's interested in it will want to join as well. So whenever you create an event on your personal page, always make sure you change this at the top to public event. So that's that. Same exact process for the rest. Oh, this actually has, I didn't even see this. This was from there a second ago, I swear. This does have ticket URL co-host. In this case, since it's on your personal page, unless you're doing it with another, like a coach on your team or something. You really don't have to do co-host. To be quite honest with you, I never do free groups with any of my coaches, and here's the reason why. If somebody comes in that's one of your coaches' prospects, and they come in and they join the group, and you're the one that's running the group and you've created the group, you then have to become friends with that person as well. And if they start seeing your posts, and like after a while, once you have more and more groups, you start to forget where people came from. So Michelle, maybe like your coach's friend prospect that she's been working on for months and months and months. And after a while, when you're going through your friends list, you can forget who Michelle is. And then you can message her and like accidentally invite her to your challenge group. And then she accepts. And then you know what? Then you just kind of screwed your coach over. So I really try not to have any of my coaches join my free groups. If they want to join, then I make sure that they do not accept the event. I'll just add them into my group, if that makes sense. Because you can manually add people. They don't have to accept your event or say they're going to your event. So that's the way that I get my coaches in. But I always tell them, just do not click going to the event, because that can create a lot of confusion. Because then their friends see that they're going to the event, and then they say that they're going, and then it's like a whole big mass of people that you don't know, and they're your coach's friends. And then I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So that's how you set up an event. And you can do the exact same thing for your paid groups. I do the exact same thing for my paid groups. 99% of the time, I will create an event for my groups, and then I'll invite. So once you're in the event, once you've got the event created, hold on a second. Okay. Oh, real quick before we do that. No, wait, we'll go back to this. Sorry, that's promoting. So once you have the event created, so this is the actual Crock-Pot Challenge event that I did. So once you've got the event created, you can then go in and actually invite people to the event. So if you click on this invite, it'll bring up all of your friends, close friends, whatever. And then also, if you've done events in the past, like different clean eating groups in the past, you can then find those same, this is events that I attended, that's not what I want. So here's a clean eating Crock-Pot group. I can select all these people who went to my former Crock-Pot group and invite them again, so that now, I know that they have interest. They may or may not have ever joined a challenge group, and you can actually go through here. Let's just say, oh, Bambi, she was in one of my challenge groups, so I don't want to invite her to this event. If those people organically join, that's fine. But the point of this is to meet new people and stuff like that. Or whatever. She works for It Works, so probably not going to invite her again. So anyways, that's kind of how that works. So you can go in, you can invite people. Like this is my ongoing free group that I do. You can invite everybody in here. And it just gives you a lot of different options for who you can actually invite. Plus you have access to your entire friends list for that. So I always invite people to my paid groups as well. So having this for that, like if you have all your clean eating groups or all of your free groups that you've done, you can invite all those people to your challenge groups too. So in your event. So I'm canceling that because I don't want to invite them again because they've already been in this group. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. If anyone has questions, just put it in the chat, and then I can come back to it later. So the next step after, so now I've created my images, I've created my event. The next thing you want to do is promote your group. So what I do is you already have your image created. So then I'm going to go ahead. You can choose to publish this event as a post on your page, or normally what I do instead is create an actual post with that image that I've already created. So in this case, I just use the same exact copy that I used before in my actual event, and then had them click on this link. Since I did this group, I've actually heard that if you put the link, if you're doing this through your like page, I don't know if it works the same with a personal page, but if you're doing this with a like page, if you put this, the better way to do this is actually to put the link in the comments of the post, because you get better organic reach on your like page and better reach in general. So, but if you're doing it on your personal page, then go ahead and you can just put your link right inside the post, and then people could just click on it, go, join, and be done with it. But, again, like the point of this, and you can do this anyway, you don't have to use the same copy from your event. I did it in this case because I was kind of in a rush, and I probably should have made something a little bit better. But, really, you want it to be a little bit personal if you can. Like, let's just say this is a little bit different because it's a Crock-Pot group, which is another reason why I didn't create this big thing. But because I kind of put everything in this copy, but let's just say you're doing a clean eating group, then I would probably do an event invite post, a group invite post, a free group post about the benefits of clean eating and what it's done for me. And, since I started clean eating, I've been able to maintain a healthy weight, and, I feel so much better. My skin is, better, whatever benefits you've experienced from clean eating, I would probably make it more personal. And you could even use a picture of yourself. Doesn't have to be a picture of food, just to make it personal so that people can understand the benefits of clean eating and why this group is going to benefit them. I mean, that ultimately, because the whole point of this is to create value, always talk about the benefits to everybody that would join your group. You're going to provide healthy recipes. You're going to provide workouts, whatever you're going to do in that group, talk about it, tell them why it's important and what it's done for you. So now you've done your images, you've done your event, you've done your posts, you're starting to get people interacting, they're saying that they're going, they're clicking interested or going, actually. Either way, they're interested, so that's a key thing. If they haven't gone and clicked the link to join your group and request to join your group, then you are going to want to follow up with those people and just say, hey, I saw you clicked, interested, or you could going to my event, were you wanting to get into my free group? I'd be happy to add you. If they are your friend, you can go ahead and just add them right in. If they're not your friend, then I would, say, is it okay if I send you a friend request? Because the only way Facebook will let me add you to the group is if we're friends. And every 9 times out of 10, actually, I've never had anybody say no. Everybody's always said yes, because it's a free group. I mean, of course they're going to let you be their friend. Okay, so we talk about promoting. So now generally, if you're posting like this, you've already set up your group. But I want to talk to you about how to set that group up if you don't know how to set up a group in Facebook. Probably a lot of you guys do. Let's see. I am going to go to my home screen. And then I am going to go all the way down here. Sorry, I have so many groups. This is crazy. All my favorites. You're going to click on groups and click on more. You are going to create a group. I'm going to name my group Free Crock-Pot Challenge. Now, you have to add, once you create a group, if nobody has already said they want to be in your group, you have to add somebody. So if I haven't even talked to anyone about my group yet, I will just add my husband and then I'll take him right out. Because, right now, I'm going to add Natalie. She's going to be my challenger. And I'm going to select, okay, here's the thing too. If you are doing a group on your like page, then I would make it public at first, and then later, after everybody's in, you can change it to closed or secret if you want to. If you're doing it on your personal page, I usually will do at least a closed group, if not a secret group, because I don't know, it's just a little bit different if you want to. But typically, I'll do a closed group. The only reason I would do a secret group is because you want people to friend request you. If you're doing it on a like page, technically they don't have to friend request you to become to do your group. They could just ask to be added, and then you can just add them to the group. But either way, I prefer to get people on my friends list so that it's easier to message them, because it's harder to message through a like page than it is on a personal page. So I'll usually end up doing either closed group or secret group so that I can make sure I get people as friends. So for right now, I'm just going to hit closed group, and then I'm going to hit create. You can choose an icon, really it doesn't matter. On this point, we're doing a crock pot group. I'm just gonna click this little vegetable, whatever it is, plant. Click OK. Okay, so now you've got your group. This is your group. Now you're gonna upload a photo. Generally, you can go back into Canva and you can create a banner for your group. I'm just gonna go ahead, and a lot of times I'll just use my event group because it generally will stretch. If for some reason it doesn't fit, it's not that, I can go back and create a new one, but see, it kind of fits, but it's kind of hidden here. But whatever, for this purpose, I'm just going to keep it. It doesn't really matter if the start date's showing because they're already in it and they know when it's starting. Save changes. It's a lot of information, guys. I'm sorry. So now you've got your group. So if you want to, in this here, or I'm sorry, I clicked out of it. In where I had that post, where I put the link to my group, this is where you get it from. So up here, you can just copy and paste right from here, and then you can paste it right into your post. So that's where you get the link from. So you'll just have to go to your group. If you want to make sure that it always shows up in your favorites, in order to get to your favorites, you click these 3 little dots and then put add to favorites. So now it's in your favorites. It's always going to be right here on the side. See, it's right down here, free crockpot challenge with a little plant next to it. And now you've got your group created. So to add people, if you're friends with them, we've already added Natalie. I'm going to go ahead and add Kristen because, you know, she's my friend and she's on our team. So Kristen is now in the group as well. So that's all you have to do. You just type in the person's name, you know, and then you can add them to the group. If you're already friends and they've told you, like they've responded interested or going to your event, you can go ahead and add them in there. But just make sure you've talked to them first before you add them to the group. I can't stress that enough, because even though they've said they're interested, they may not really be interested. And I always check with everybody before I just add them to a group and then start spamming them with all my posts. I hated those. I'm sorry if anyone here is a LuLaRoe presenter. I don't think anyone is, but I cannot stand every day somebody's adding me to their group, and it drives me crazy because they never asked me if they could add me to their group, and it kills me. So just do not do that. It's just not professional, and it irritates people. All they're going to do is get turned off by you because you haven't even asked them first. Even if they said yes that they wanted to do it, because who knows? Sometimes people change their minds. You just don't know. If it's free, more than likely they're going to say, yeah, go ahead and add me. But I still like to check. And I never add people in here that I haven't talked to. Never, 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 never. If they haven't expressed interest, I will not add them. Just add them randomly to my group. So yeah, so that's it. So now your group's all set up. Very simple. Sometimes I will go over here. You can add a description. If you're doing like a Beachbody, if this is actually a paid group, I'm just going to use this as an example. I don't know if you guys know this, but Beachbody actually has all the challenge group guides. I'm going to delete that. Challenge group guides for posts, like right in the Coach Online office. Look at this, day 7. This is a 21-day fix challenge group guide, and they give you all the posts for the group. So for here, getting started. Welcome everybody. Throughout our journey, I'll be posting healthy fitness and eating tips, recipe success. I'm going to use this for my description, even though this has nothing to do with the Crockpot group right now, but I'm just going to use that for shits and giggles. Sorry. Okay, save. And then that ends up being your very first post. It's not showing for some reason. Hold on, refresh. See, welcome everyone. Here's the description. And then, okay, so that's it. So I'll add my little description of the group. You can even go back to your event and grab whatever text you put in your event. You can put right here in the description. And now you've got your event. I'm going to remove, oops, that's not what I want to do. I don't know if Kristen's on the call or not. I can't see who's on the call, but I'll take her out later. Okay, I'll just show you. If you want to remove someone from your group, if you have accidentally added an It Works distributor and they're spamming your group, you just go to members, click on this Kristen who's spamming your group, and remove. Bye-bye, Kristen. Remove her from the group. She's gone. See ya. Okay, so anyway. Now it's just me and Natalie, 2 members. So anyway, so that's how you create your groups. Okay, so the next thing, sorry, this is going long. Oh my gosh, it's 8:39. Okay, I have a lot to cover. Okay, so we talked about promoting. Okay, so another thing you can do in your event, like after you've created your event that you've done, you can actually start, if you go into the discussion section, I didn't do it in this particular one because I was doing a lot of personal invites for this because I didn't have a lot of people for some reason say that they're interested. I don't know. I didn't promote my event that much last month, and I still had 70 people in my group, so it was a huge success, but I had so many people organically that I didn't do a whole lot in the event because I was having a hard time keeping up anyway. Crockpot groups do awesome, by the way. So you can start, like, I recommend doing this, and this is something that I need to start doing more of, to be honest with you, but really start promoting like once a day, post in your group, start talking about, you know, whatever the topic is, if it's clean eating, if it's a crockpot challenge, if it's fitness, whatever it is, you know, start like really getting everybody pumped up and excited about it. And that way, you know, especially if it's a paid group too, like just getting people pumped up and excited about the challenge that's coming up, so that you can attract more people to your event and get more people in your group. Also leading up to your event too, so this particular one was a Crockpot group. So before I started running my Crockpot group, I was seeding a lot of my posts on my like page with, and again, this goes for personal page too. I'm just saying that because I did it all on my like page, but started seeding a lot of my posts with healthy crockpot recipes. Like, hey, look at this crockpot recipe. Oh, if you like more recipes like this, join my free group that starts on October 3rd, whatever. Start seeding your posts and creating some excitement to your group. And then the last thing with that is everybody who starts joining your group and in your event post, encourage them to invite a friend. Because a lot of times they'll want to do it with someone else. And, if they add a friend, then, that's more people you have in your group. So now we've gone through creating a group. So the next thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is just kind of prepping before the group starts and then actually what to do while it's running. So really when I usually will open up my groups, all of my free groups on Friday. I start promoting them on Tuesday. And then by Friday, I've got a decent amount of people in my group. Friday night, I open it up. And if it has anything to do with clean eating or crockpot, anything to do with recipes, I always post the meal plan on Friday night. And that way people can do all their grocery shopping on Saturday or Sunday and they're ready to go for Monday. Because I've found in the past, if I've waited till Saturday to post the meal plan, the people who do their grocery shopping on Saturday, then they're all messed up and a lot of times they end up falling off. So if you're doing a clean eating group or crockpot group or anything having to do with recipes, then I would definitely recommend, at least getting it started up and running by Friday. The first thing I do is ask people to introduce themselves because really you're wanting to create value. You're wanting to create engagement within the group so that people are interested. They want to learn more about what you're doing. So really, I'll always, like I said, I post the recipes, but then the first post I always do is an introduce yourself post. So I have people tell me, hey, like just so everyone can get to know each other, tell me, what do you do for a living? Do you have a family? Do you have kids? Why did you join this group? And, what are your health and fitness goals? And right there in that first post, that first time, not only are you creating engagement because people start to comment on it, but then you're learning about their fitness goals. You're learning about what they struggle with. You're learning about them, your family. It's like forming all in one post because when they are commenting on that post, you're learning a whole lot of stuff about them. And that gives you an opportunity to then either comment at both, actually comment on their post and send them a private message to talk, just to find more out about them. Hey, like, oh, you have 2 kids? Oh, I have a son that's 4 as well. Just starting that conversation with them. Then what else? Then I was leading to meal prep a little bit throughout the weekend. If I'm doing like a clean eating group, I'll talk about like how to do meal prep, just simple meal prep, what clean eating is, a lot of that kind of stuff. Just really trying to provide value right off the bat and engagement with everyone in the group right off the bat. So then once the group starts going, again, engagement and value is the name of the game. You really want to create value for these people because the whole reason that you've invited them so that they can get to know you and you can start building relationships with them. So throughout the week, engaging posts, ask them a lot of questions, post questions in your group, ask for feedback. What do you like? What are you struggling with? Get them to do like daily check-ins. Sometimes I'll do contests where, I'll have the people who post the most or whatever, they get a certain amount of points. And at the end of the week, I'll give something away, like a Shakeology sample or something. And then I also will do themes like, I'll do like Motivation Monday and, Time Tuesday. I'll do Thirsty Thursday, things like that to just get people engaging and really involved and really enjoying the group. They're interacting, they're really getting a taste of what a challenge group is. And then, typically my group, so this particular crockpot challenge, just because, 5 days seems like more than enough time for a crockpot challenge. How many days in a row can you cook out of a crockpot? But, but clean eating challenges I've done up to 14 days. Fitness challenges, again, typically I'll do like a 7-day challenge. But I found like my crockpot challenge started off at 5 days, but then people were asking me questions about clean eating and they were getting really into the cleaning aspect of it. I had done a previous clean eating group. So I was like, would anyone be interested in doing another group? If so, I did a poll in the group, like what would you be interested in? More crockpot recipes, more clean eating, like a clean eating meal plan, workouts, whatever. And then everyone commented. And then I extended it another week and gave them what they asked me for. And that way, because there were 70 people in that group, I wasn't able to like connect with everybody during that first 5 days. And that gave me an extra, week and a half to really get to know these people. And then the final post that I do in all of my free groups is always a challenge group invite. Hey, I really thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm really glad that you guys joined this week. If you're interested in stepping it up a notch, I do run a monthly free fitness accountability group. If you're interested, message me or whatever. I'll always add that at the end. I never say, I'm having it for 21-day fixed group and we'll be using Shakeology. Like I never do that. Like I'll seed Shakeology posts in throughout the week, like, hey, here's my breakfast kind of stuff. But I really don't promote Beachbody really at all in my groups because I don't want to scare people off or turn them off because they're in there and you're giving them value and that's why they're there. So also during the group, on the very, the night before we start, so Sunday night, I message everybody, hey, do you have any, I personally message everyone in the group as much as I can. Do you have any, we're about to start tomorrow. Do you have any questions before we start? And then midway through the challenge, I always ask everyone how it's going, how they're liking it, if they're having any struggles, what can I help you with? Is there anything else I can provide? Just again, promoting and really providing value for them. And then I talked about inviting to the challenge group. And then really the last step is just rinse and repeat. You do this every single month, one group a month. Make it as easy as you can for yourself. I have actually started creating Google Docs now where I have all of my posts for every single group that I've done. And I can just kind of and use them over and over and over again. I've got multiple meal plans, clean eating groups. I have different workouts, but just to give you a couple ideas for groups, you can, again, obviously Crock-Pot group. Clean eating is popular. It's been done a lot, but people still want it. Water challenges are great. A yoga challenge, you can do the 3-week yoga retreat. I've seen a lot of people doing that lately. I've done leg and booty workouts. Sometimes I'll create my own videos and post them. Other times I'll just go right into YouTube and I'll look for different leg workouts that Autumn's done, different leg workouts that Tony's done, different leg workouts that, Shanti's done. I'll look for all of the trainers and then I'll just throughout the week post videos from YouTube of the trainers so that people then can get familiar with the trainers. They're learning, and they start to really connect with different trainers as well. I'll do arm challenges, core challenges. You could get really creative, do tailgating recipes. I saw somebody did a firm tight end and tailgate recipes or something like that. Something cute, think outside the box, because the more outside the box you can get, really, you're going to attract more people because it's something different than they haven't seen before. And then something that people are started doing a lot lately is doing Beachbody on demand, having people sign up for a free Beachbody membership and then having them do setting up a group where they do a different workout from each trainer every day just to get them familiar with Beachbody on demand, get them familiar. I haven't done that yet, but that's something that I really want to do. Oh my gosh, that was so much, but I think that's it. But really the name of the game is just really adding value, because you may not see, and I'm going to say this right now, you may not see any return from a free group the first time you do it, but over time, not only is that it's creating a bigger warm market for you, because now you have a relationship with these people. They know who you are. They know you provide value for them. You didn't ask them for anything. And so you're creating those relationships. And down the line, I will tell you that I would say probably a good 60 to 70% of the people who join my challenge groups have been in a free group at some point in time. And that's kind of how they got to know me. So that's it. Sorry, it was long. I told you it was going to be long, Natalie.
And that was awesome. Do you want to stop screen share?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Yay. Okay. That was awesome. Seriously awesome. So much value. It's one of those that you want to watch 100 times because you get so much out of it.
I could do a different call for each section of that because.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, yeah, for sure. And it's funny that you said that, it takes time sometimes for people who've done your free groups. I was listening to Summer Tucker, if you know Summer Tucker. She's, one of the top Beachbody coaches. She was doing a call for us, and she said, this is a crock pot business, even though it's a different analogy. This is a crock pot business. It's not a microwave business. So let that sit there for a second. Things don't happen quickly. It's not a microwave business. It's a crock pot business. And it's ironic that this is a crock pot challenge group, but it's true. So when you're doing these free groups and you maybe don't see things happen right away, it's okay. You're, you know, like she said, you're establishing relationships with people, you're connecting with people, you're establishing trust, and, you know, people aren't wanting to be sold. So if you're just connecting with people, eventually they're going to catch on to, we have a solution that they can be a part of. So if it doesn't happen the first go round, you know, don't worry that the microwave didn't work, because the crock pot will. Yes, this was so good. Thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that you want for Jen?
I'm looking through the chat now.
Yeah, you got a lot of feedback.
Yes, Jeremy, so much easier than Photoshop. I used to use Photoshop too, and it just takes so much more time, and this is so fast. Sorry, I'm looking. Ronnie's talking about co-hosting yourself. Yes, on Like Page, definitely to do that. Okay. I don't know, does anyone have any questions? I don't see any other questions on there. Does anyone want me to like do another anything on like anything out, like anything that I talked to, break it down even in smaller pieces? Because I feel like I did a little bit of everything tonight.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
What do you what's your take on the My Challenge Tracker app versus like doing free groups there versus Facebook? Like, do you hate it? Do you?
I have never done a free group on that. But if I do a bod free group, I would 100% do it on the app, because I'd want people to experience the app, experience Beachbody On Demand, and because I'm starting now after doing the health bet, I've just really seen the value in using the app, and I'm probably going to start migrating a lot of my challenge groups over there, just because of the accountability and the tracker and all that kind of stuff. I can see what people are doing, and then if they've fallen off track, I know they've fallen off track because they haven't been uploading it, and I can message them and see what's going on. So I haven't done a free group on there. I mean, unless you're using BOD, I don't know. I mean, they're not drinking Shakeology. I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's all I've ever used it for, is the Beachbody On Demand free groups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody else? Anything?
And one more thing, there's a website, it's called pixabay.com, and you can get all kinds of free images on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, it's like basically like a stock photo, like iStock photo or something like that. Like anything you can get there, not the same exact anything, but pretty much what you would search on something like that, but they're all royalty free images. So there's illustrations, and like you could be like running on the beach or like abs, and you'll find all kinds of junk, and it's free.
That's awesome.
So I'm sorry, but I don't know if you guys have seen Ronnie's post, but she just got engaged. So congratulations!
Yeah.
So excited for you.
Thank you.
And have you seen the ring? Oh my God.
Everyone's like, post it on Facebook, post a picture. I'm like, I don't know, I feel weird.
Oh, it's so
Take your hand up. I want to see it.
bling, bling,
Oh
bling.
my gosh, it's so pretty. Wow.
So, yeah.
I had to wait almost 5 years for that thing.
I'm sure it was worth it.
Definitely.
I'm excited.
One thing I forgot to add about the clean eating or any kind of recipe groups, if you haven't tried the recipe, don't include it in your group.
That's a good point.
Because if it's
Terrible.
and then you're providing and they're like, wait, I thought this was supposed to be good recipes, you're going to be really disappointed. Make sure you try everything first.
I'm guilty of that. I share a lot of stuff. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. Oh, that's good. All right. Let's see. We're close to 5 till 9. Anybody have anything else? Thank you so much. That was so awesome. Seriously, that's like training bazillion on crack. So
I told you I had a lot, and then as I was getting into it, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been talking for 40 minutes and I still had more to
time
go.
gets away, but it's good. I mean, that's a lot of stuff that, I mean, it's going to be very valuable to use. I mean, like that's core of our business is doing these groups. So it's, you know, if we don't know how to do them, then we're kind of stuck. So this is going to be something that we can refer people to over and over again when people get started. So it's awesome. You just lost somebody. All right, so if you want your face on our picture that we post on Facebook, then put it on. We're about to take our picture. And if you weren't on earlier, the reason I'm shiny is because I have a spray tan, so if you're wondering. I haven't washed it off yet. Okay. Going once, going twice. All right, taking the picture. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you guys for getting on, and you guys who are new, thank you again. We're so excited you're a part of our family. We truly are just family, and I don't know, it's kind of indescribable, but we're glad you're a part. And if you need anything at all, you know, message your coach, but all of us are here for you too. We're, you know, all here for you regardless of who your coach is. So love you all, and and hopefully I'll be posting a good bit from leadership, and hopefully we'll have some new launches to talk about next week. And I guess that is it for now. Thanks, Jen. Really appreciate you. Love y'all.